1,816. Hitmeyer's right-footed is a short kick and about 5 by an up man across the flag comes flyer and inside. Stand. So this is 7. Foul. Start side. One. 11 penalties. 10 at 15. Takes the snap, gives ahead to Cortez. Cortez rumbling up the side of 20. 1. Gain Cortez on the outer south zone. Second. 5 set 2 left. The gun takes the snap out back side. Caught at the hash by Logan. Down. Just throwing. I just out side. Done. Quick pass fires caught by Keller. Good block. Keller makes a miss. Down at the 7. Pass. Side. Keller gain him. He's out of the gun, back to pass again. Hitter Isaiah Keller on the out. Attack.
Still the setback. He takes the snap, drops back with all kinds of time. Cherry looking deep down the field. He was looking for Kaiser, and he just overthrew him. Kaiser was behind the defense, but a little too much heat on that.
Yeah, throwing some double moves here in the boundary. And, just kind of, and then brought the defenders up and then threw over top on the backside.
9:38 to go, first quarter. 2nd and 10 coming from the Enid 49-yard line. Tate Robards back in at quarterback.
Again, another formation, a different formation.
Kind of split H-backs there on that one. This is a give to Cortez. He bounces at the left side in between the hash and the numbers. Picks up a couple.
Just working a split zone in that case, and you know, it just looked like he didn't quite find the hole at that time, but you know, it's hard to second judge, you know, a kid's decisions.
3 carries for 16 yards for Cortez so far. That makes him 63 away from the all-time record. 3rd down and 8 coming here from the 47. First 3rd down of the game for the Tigers. Robards with time, firing. Miscommunication there. It was over Kaiser's head. Be 4th and 8 from the Enid 47-yard line, and out comes the punt team.
Well, I tell you what, you know, that's kind of like a first right there. You know, but this is what happens when you start experimenting, playing with, you know, different types of plays, getting ready for the playoffs. But we threw a 3 vertical and then, you know, looked like a 4 vertical, but then we had Kaiser come back for a comeback.
Tyler Crawford gets the left-footed punt away. It's going to bounce at the 10 and roll into the end zone. So no return touchback. Enid will start at the 20.
And the punt goes into the end zone.
I think that's the first time in a long time in the first drive of the game where we had to punt. It's been a long time since we've done that.
So the drive for Broken Arrow stalls after 8 plays and 39 yards. Enid starts at its own 20. 8:49 to go, first quarter, no score. Maddox Mayberry, number 17, the quarterback for the Plainsmen, his 2nd varsity start. Mayberry takes the snap, fires out complete. Far side hash, that's number 3, Jaden Demaricut. He's got about 9, and it'll be 2nd and short. We got a Tiger shaking up on the play. That's Miles Slusher. Slusher's grabbing his, looks like his left shoulder maybe.
That doesn't look good.
No.
You know, Slusher made a great play on there, great tackle. I'm just wondering if he hit the ground or something different. Hopefully it's not a collarbone or something serious.
The athletic training staff is out to attend to Miles Slusher. The result of the play is a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 Enid at the 30 as Slusher is now up. He'll be able to walk off the field, but he is in some pain. Keep an eye on that one. Absolutely, because Slusher would be a big loss to this Tiger defense. 40 tackles so far this year and interceptions, 7 passes defensed. Also 3 tackles for loss.
Yeah, he's a tremendous player for us, tremendous.
1st and 10 Enid at its own 30. Handoff to Will Phillips. Phillips has a little bit of room on the left side. Give him about 7 before Tricky Stokes brought him down.
I hadn't seen that play in a lot of years right there. You know, running what they used to call the power G, where you're sending the onside guard to kick out instead of a fullback or whatever.
Result is 2nd and 3 for the Plainsmen at their own 37. 8:12 to go, first quarter, no score. Snap to Mayberry. 3-step drop, fires almost picked by Zach Marcaselli. Falls incomplete. They were looking for Demaricut right in front of the Enid coaches, and whew, that was close.
If Zach could catch, it was touchdown.
There's been a couple of those this
I
year.
mean, his hands, he's not gifted in the hands department, but he's one heck of a player now.
3rd and 3, Enid. High snap bobbled. Mayberry still has it. He's under all sorts of pressure, and he's just going to be brought down. Gavin Potter
Mayberry dropped for a loss.
drops him for a loss.
I think the whole defense dropped him for a loss on that time.
Yeah, Potter was the first man in there.
Yeah.
It's going to be 4th and about 12, and out comes the punt team for the Plainsmen.
Now we'll see if we put pressure on the punt here to see what happens here. You know, last week we almost had quite a few little blocks there, and it looks like we may be geared up to put a little pressure on this young man.
Tyrone Hill will punt for the Plainsmen. He takes the snap, and now he's going to run to his right side. This is a fake. He's got room, 35, 40. First down, Enid, before he's just smashed by Keller. But the fake punt for Enid works, and the Plainsmen convert on 4th and 12.
God, he got hammered, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great play by them, but golly.
The punter listed on the starting lineups is the quarterback who's got a broken leg and out for the year. So no idea if that guy's going to punt all the time or if that was just a speedster that they put in there.
I think they faked it all the way.
1st and 10. Plainsmen at their own 43. Mayberry takes the snap. That's Neil Phillips. That's going nowhere. Nice play by Kaiser Newell to bring him down for a loss in the backfield at the 40. Loss of 3 on that one, 2nd and 13.
You know, Coach Alexander was talking a lot about Kaiser. You know, just the fact that he's a 3-year starter and he plays both ways, actually. But, God, what a valuable young man.
2nd and 13, Plainsmen, 6:55 to go. No score. This is the first drive of the game for Enid. Mayberry takes the snap, back to pass, fires. That one's almost intercepted. And it's caught, though, by DeMarca. Nice catch in traffic just across the 45 at the 46-yard line.
This quarterback is a little different. I mean, he's a sidearm thrower.
And he's just 5'9", so it comes out of there real low. You wonder if this Tiger defensive line is going to start knocking some of these down eventually.
Well, he threw to the one guy that's 5'3".
Right. 6:18 to go now, first quarter, no score. 3rd and 7 from the Enid 46-yard line. 8th play of the Plainsman drive. 4 wide set, 1 left, 3 to the right. Mayberry takes the snap, hands off up the middle, and that one is going to be bottled up by Jalen Moss as well as Campbell Yeager. So nice team defense there to force another 4th down. It'll be about 4th and a long 7.
Well, what I liked about that is your defensive line made the play, and that's what's important. Is when you can get your D-line to start getting off blocks and making tackles, then your defense is just going to be stronger and stronger each week. And we've done that.
Mayberry, the quarterback, is still on the field, except now he's lined up in the punt formation. So now Enid's got another guy back there to punt. It's not the speedster, Hill, that ran the last one. This one is 35, another guy that's not on the roster.
Dead ball, delay of game, still 4th down.
William Shepard, short and sweet there. 5-yard penalty for the Plainsmen makes it 4th and 12. Enid provided a roster that has 3 players with no number, 23, 35, and something else. Who knows? Punt by the unnamed Plainsman. Hits the turf and will not be returned. Nice Enid bounce. It rolls inside the 25. Still rolling. It'll be downed at the 20. Nice punt by Enid. We'll take a timeout. Tigers will have the ball after this. You're listening to Broken Arrow Football.
The Tigers of 1929 tied for the Oil Valley Conference lead with rival Bixby Spartans. Broken Arrow's only loss coming at the hands of the Spartans, who finished their schedule with 2 ties and no losses. Apparently, Bixby wanted no more of our Tigers that year, as they refused a challenge from Broken Arrow after the season to play off the tie. This great moment in Tiger history is brought to you by First National Bank of Broken Arrow, a loyal fan of our community for over 100 years. First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the right balance.
Happiness is getting what you want. But first, let me explain how I got here. When I needed a vehicle, I went online and saw tons of ads. Click here.
Welcome back to Tiger Field. First drive of the game for both teams. turns out to be punts. So Tigers now back with it. First and 10 from their own 20. Noah Cortez 63 yards away from Jamal Shaw's career record. Tate Robards takes the snap, gives to Cortez right side. Plenty of room here. 20, 30 on the far side. He's got one man to beat. This could be the record. Inside the 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5. House! Touchdown! Broken arrow! Noah Cortez breaks Jamal Shaw's school record with an incredible run.
God, he was untouched. What great speed. Great speed around the edge.
It's an 80-yard touchdown. The 46th of Noah's career, and the Tigers take a 6-0 lead. Broken Arrow goes with a little bit of a swinging gate formation here, trying to get something on tape for the playoffs. And now they'll break for the traditional PAT. They come back toward the center, and Skylar Seagraves will line up to kick this one off. Seagraves last week set a Broken Arrow school record for most consecutive PATs made without a miss. He's at 39 straight. Snap spot, Kaiser's hold is good. Seagraves' kick is up and good, so now make it 40 in a row for Seagraves, and the Tigers take a 7-0 lead.
Well, that was quick. That's so awesome that Noah has broken the record. Can't ask for a greater young man to do that.
4 carries, 96 yards. You can hear the crowd as they just made the announcement about the record over the public address system. 4 carries, 96 yards for Cortez. So right now, he's over 3,900 yards in his Tiger career.
And he's about how many touchdowns short? 4?
The season touchdown record was 31. Now he's at 27. We don't keep track of an official career.
When you call it time. Coach Wilkinson's the master at it.
10th touchdown pass of the season for Tate Robards. It's the 4th touchdown for Kaiser Newell. Check that. 6th touchdown. 3rd receiving touchdown. He has 3 touchdowns on the ground as the Tigers still experimenting with that extra point formation. We still haven't seen anything run out of it. This will be another traditional extra point snap spot and a whistle before the play.
There's a lot of things you can do with that. They used to call it the ninja type formation.
On the center, there'll be 5 yards, replay the try.
Snap infraction there on the Tigers, so they'll back it up 5. Go ahead, Spep.
Well, they refer to that as a ninja formation. We used to run that a lot, and there's just so many fakes and so many things you can do off of it. And the thing is teams are going to have to prepare for that now, whether they show anything or not. I don't think they're going to show anything out of it.
Skylar Seagraves now 5 yards farther back as he goes for extra point in a row, number 42. No trouble. That one's up and good. 1:49 to go, first quarter. Broken Arrow 21, Enid nothing. This is Tiger football. Tyler Crawford's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. Enid will start at its own 20, trailing 21-0 to the number 1 Broken Arrow Tigers. 1:47 to go, first quarter here at Memorial Stadium. If you're looking for Thunder basketball, you can find it on 99.9 and 1550. Little Wildcat formation here. It's a direct step to Jaden Demericut, and this one didn't go well for the Plainsmen. Ball's loose there, but blown dead. I think basically no gain there. As
Well, they were running that ninja formation, as you can see. And running that ninja, they're figuring they're going to run up the middle, but if you can't throw the ball, running the ball up the middle is not going to help.
minute 20 to go, first quarter. Broken Arrow 21, Enid nothing. Linemen moving all over the place for the Plainsmen here. Now they're back to traditional 5 down linemen in the middle. 4 receivers set here. Quick hitter to Will Phillips, and the whole Tiger defense is all over that one. And it'll be 3rd and long real quick.
Yeah, it's pretty. They're just having it. They're wanting what Enid's wanting to do is they're wanting to try all these fancy formations and try to run the ball, but it's not going to help if you don't honor the formation.
Zach Marcaselli made that tackle for the Tigers. The TCU commit came into the game with 53 tackles, leading the Tigers second behind Gavin Potter. Here's the shotgun set to Mayberry. He's under all sorts of heat and overthrows it. He was looking for Will Phillips, his main man, and it's going to be 3 and out for Enid as the punt team comes on, trailing 21-0. 29 seconds to go, first quarter. Number 1 Broken Arrow comfortably in control after the first drive of the game stalled. It's been all BA since.
Great pressure on the quarterback. You know, D'Amico got after the quarterback pretty good, and he just had to make a really quick throw decision.
Tyrone Hill on to punt for the Plainsmen. He's the guy that took off on the fake. This time he runs to the left, almost blocked. This is a shank that's barely going to make it to the 30. Now it checks up, and it'll be down right at the 30. So great field position for Broken Arrow again. Tigers will get it at the Enid 30, leading 21-0 in the first quarter.
Wow, this is 3 series in a row that we've been in the plus zone. I mean, you think about it. We were on the plus 23, the plus 26, and now the plus 30. Man, I mean, that is just such tremendous field position. And all their drives have started on the minus 20.
Quintevin Cherry leads the Tigers out on the field with Noah Cortez, the single setback. Dax Wilson goes from left to right, now back to the left side. Cherry takes the snap, hands off to Cortez. Cortez rumbling, 25, he's going to walk in, 10-5 house, touchdown, Broken Arrow. A 30-yard strike right up the middle, and the Tigers score on one play again.
What I liked, they're running the zone play. What I liked about it is he cut that thing back. He cut that thing back immediately right to the opening and then just put on the jets.
There was a personal foul called on the Tigers. I never saw the flag come in.
What did he say it was, just personal foul?
It's hard to hear him over the band, and some referees are more clear in their explanation than others, but this is going to wipe the touchdown off the board. It's going to be a beefy penalty back to the 41-yard line, so an 11-yard penalty there from the spot of the foul to back it up 15 from where it was thrown. It'll be 1st and 21 from the 41. Cherry still the quarterback. He takes the snap. Fires over the middle. Trayvon Client's got it for a first down. Client at the 20, racing to the pylon. 10-5, house. Touchdown, Tigers.
That was sweet. What a great pass there. Run the slant route in there to Client and let him do his thing.
Client's second touchdown of the first quarter is a 41-yard strike, and with 6 seconds to go in the first, it's 27-zip Broken Arrow.
Client's got a little more speed than I thought he had. He did a great job cutting that thing back.
3 catches for 68 yards and 2 scores here in this first quarter for Trayvon Client. Tigers go with that ninja formation on the PAT again before coming back to the center. Here's the snap. Good hold by Matt Kaiser. Seagraves with the extra point, up and good. 6 seconds to go in the first. It's Broken Arrow 28, Enid nothing. Parents, did you know you can follow your child's school bus right from your phone? All you need to do is download the VersaTrans MyStop app, and you'll log in using your child's student ID as the username and password. You'll be able to see where the bus is and when it's expected to be at your stop right from your phone. Read more at baschools.org. 28-0 our score here at Tiger Field. A historic senior night for Broken Arrow, as Noah Cortez is now the career rushing record holder.
And adding to it.
Adding to it, yeah. 6 carries, 109 yards so far in quarter number 1. Probably won't see him much after quarter number 2, so good thing we got that record out of the way.
Well, as much as we're getting great field position in there, you know, the plus 23, plus 26, plus 30 on those last 3 drives, you don't have very far to go when you need to score.
Skylar Seagraves kicks this one off for Broken Arrow. It's fielded by Will Phillips just in front of his own goal line, and Phillips stretches just across the 20 to the 21, but that's the end of the first quarter. After 12 minutes here at the Woodshed, it's Broken Arrow 28, Enid nothing. Partnering with Quick Trip and the Folds of Honor Foundation to salute our hometown heroes. Tonight we're honoring Army Captain John Scott Pixley. He devoted his life to serving others, including as a substitute teacher here in Broken Arrow. Captain Pixley passed away from cancer while on active duty, but his widow and children were able to join us tonight to allow us to thank the Pixley family for their service and sacrifice. First play of the second quarter. As they jumped the gun there. I have no idea what happened. Spav, what happened?
Well, they're running the stretch play there, and Gavin Potter just makes one heck of a play. You know, and you sack him for about 9 yards. Or a 9-yard loss.
Nice job by Potter. It'll be second and a whole bunch from the 12-yard line. Halloween has played some shenanigans with our AeroVision broadcast, so technical difficulties there, but we'll have highlights for you tomorrow best we can. It's second and 18 here for Enid. Maddox Mayberry under pressure, fires. He just had to get rid of that one before his receivers were open. It's going to be third and long for the Plainsmen.
You know, it's kind of interesting what they're doing. They're putting the formation in the boundary, which is kind of it's kind of interesting because you don't have a lot of room there. So I take it the quarterback doesn't have that great of an arm.
Third and 18 Plainsmen coming up here. Line of scrimmage is the 12-yard line. Maddox Mayberry 2 of 6. This is pass number 7. It was a high floating wobbler, but the Tiger defender falls off. This is Damian Ryman, and Ryman has a nice gain across the 50 all the way to the 40.
And guess who made the tackle? Potter. Gavin Potter is just one heck of a player, I'm telling you.
Long gain there thanks to some blown coverage, and Enid crosses midfield. 11:08 to go, 45-yard gain on that one. 11:08 second quarter, Broken Arrow leading 28-0. Mayberry takes the snap, gives to Will Phillips. Phillips gets across the 40 before Campbell Yeager grabs him and brings him down. Give him about 5. It'll be second and medium from the Broken Arrow 38.
Nice little run, how he cuts back under. It's one of those situations where you just overrun it a little bit, and he's a great running back to cut it back underneath it.
Fifth play of the drive here. Hand off to Phillips. They stretch it left side, and he's going to be chopped down by Jalen Johnson.
And there's an example right there where, you know, we were overrunning basically the blocking scheme, and the running back ran that way. If he would have cut it back like they have been, he probably would have got a few more yards.
3rd and 5 for Enid from the 38-yard line. 10 minutes to go. First half, all Broken Arrow, 28-0. Trayvon Client has 2 touchdowns for the Tigers. Kaiser Newell has a touchdown catch, and Noah Cortez has an 80-yarder that gave him the Broken Arrow career rushing record. Handoff here by Enid to Will Phillips on 3rd and medium. Gets about 3, but it's going to be 4th and 2 or 3, depending on where they mark it down here.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for it here, obviously. You know, they're down 28-0, and they're finally in the red zone here. So they're inside the plus 40. They're going to have to go for it.
4th and 3 from the 36-yard line of Broken Arrow. 9:13 to go, second quarter. Broken Arrow leading Enid 28-0. Mayberry's pass is caught. What a catch by 25, Tyrese Neal.
It was a great catch. Not a bad throw either, but I'm not so fond of the decision he made. But, you know, they're running 3 receivers to the field, and we're only covering 2 of them. So number 3 is not covered. So the problem we're doing is they're bringing number 3 to the field.
He went up in traffic and caught it. First down, Enid. Mayberry hands off to Will Phillips. He tries to bounce this one outside, gets outside the hash. Went more side to side than he went forward. Maybe give him 2 yards on the play. Isaiah Keller in on that tackle for Broken Arrow. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 coming here. 8:30 to go, first half. Broken Arrow 28, Enid nothing. If you're looking for Thunder basketball, you can find it on AM 1550 and FM 99.9. You could cut the tension with a Ginsu here at Tiger Field. Broken Arrow playing great. Crowd pretty much on its hands, expecting a rout. Here's Maddox Mayberry on 2nd and 8. This pass also complete to the little fella on the far side. He's swallowed up and brought down. That's Demericut. Nice catch, though. Close to the sticks, 7 yards.
Yeah, that's the first time we jumped into a man coverage, full man coverage, and the guy made a good play.
3rd and 1 coming for the Plainsman. Demericut, 5'3", 150 pounds. Plainsman try and go with that freeze count on 3rd and 1. Now look back to the sideline. Play clock down to 7. Now it's a 4. Mayberry gets the snap away. Quick pass, fires. That's complete by Neal. He's got enough for the first down before he's brought down by Miles Slusher. But it's good to see Slusher back out there making plays after he went down early in the game.
Yeah, that worried me there for a while.
5-yard gain on that play. It sets up 1st and 10, Enid at the 15.
This has been a nice little drive for him.
Mayberry takes the snap, gives to Phillips. Phillips cuts it to the right side, give him about 3. And the Plainsmen continue to inch closer. Broken Arrow hasn't given up a touchdown since the bicentennial.
Well, I tell you, this little running back is doing a great job finding holes. You know, he's cutting back. You know, they're just running a zone. He's cutting it back. He's sticking it. He's bouncing it. He's doing what he's needed to do.
Santa Fe scored on October 12th when Broken Arrow was already up 35-zip. Not much time left in that game at all. UConn, no touchdowns. Edmond Memorial, no touchdowns. Let's see what Enid can do here. 2nd and 7 from the 12. Mayberry, bootleg left, firing, incomplete. Nice job on the coverage by Isaiah Keller to knock that one away. They were looking for Demericut again.
Yeah, I tell you, that kid's 5'3", and he's a player.
He's got a little speed to him.
He does, and he's got some wiggle to him.
Nice play, though, by Isaiah Keller. He's in for Machota tonight. Bryce Machota out of the lineup with a lower body injury. Tigers hope to have him back next game in the playoffs. 3rd and 7, 6:26 to go, second quarter. Broken Arrow 28, Enid nothing. 3rd and 7 from the Broken Arrow 12. Maddox Mayberry takes the snap, gives to Will Phillips. Phillips with room on that right side, bounced past the first guy, got close to the 5. See where they spot it, but it could be 1st and goal, Enid.
He's pretty close to that first down. They're giving it to him, yeah.
First down, Plainsman,
Like
1st and goal.
That was a great little run. I tell you, that young man, he's really impressed. I'm really impressed with him.
This will be the 14th play of the Plainsman drive. It started at the 21-yard line. First and goal from the 5. Maddox Mayberry, the sophomore cornerback in his second varsity start, moving the Plainsman offense down the field. He takes the snap, quick drop, looking for his man far side. It's picked, intercepted by the Tigers. This could be a big return, 20, 30, 40, all the way down the far sideline. It's Tricky Stokes off to the races. Touchdown, Broken Arrow. Tricky Stokes, a 97-yard return.
Holy cow, was that unbelievable or not? That was just flat unbelievable.
Maddox Mayberry dropped back. He was looking right for Damian Ryman the entire time, and Tricky Stokes jumped the route and took it to the house. A 97-yard return, and it's 34-0 Broken Arrow. Tigers getting ready for the extra point. Skylar Seagraves to kick, Matt Kaiser to hold. Snap spot, the left-footed extra point is up and good. 5:27 to go, second quarter. Broken Arrow 35, Enid nothing. This is Broken Arrow football. Welcome back to Broken Arrow Memorial Stadium. Tricky Stokes just returned a pass almost all the way. We're calling it 97 yards. They've got it at 100 yards on the live stats. We'll have to go back and check that. But either way, a remarkable play by Aaron Tricky Stokes, one of the longest scoring plays in Broken Arrow school history. It's 35-0 with 5.5 to go here before halftime. Skylar Seagraves will kick this one off for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think it was at the goal line. It was about 100 yards, I think.
Fair catch called for and made by the Plainsman inside the 30. Enid will start at its own 28-yard line, trailing 35-zip, 5:26 to go here in the first half.
You know, if you look at starting field position, just unbelievable difference. You know, they're starting on around the 20-yard line, 25-yard line, where we're starting, our average is around the plus and the plus. So there's about a 50-yard difference of hidden yardage every down or every possession.
5.5 to go, first half. Maddox Mayberry play fake. That pass batted down in the line. Joseph Day got his hand in there, so did Colton Collier. Boy, that was what you talked about kind of earlier in the game, Spav. Mayberry's the short guy, and he's got the sidearm delivery. He's got to get those passes up over the D-line.
Boy, we're going to pick one of those here in a minute because we're just real close of catching those things.
5.5 to go here. Second quarter. Broken Arrow 35, Enid nothing. Mayberry back to pass. That one almost intercepted again by Potter. Plainsman playing with fire here.
Well, they're not reading it. They're trying to run, you know, one of the 1 or 2 receiver and a slant route there and trying to clear it out, but we're not clearing. We're just hanging right there with the linebacker. And he's trying to force it in there. Not really good football right there.
3rd and 10, Enid from the 27-yard line.
Putting formation into the boundary here.
Give it to Will Phillips. Phillips tries to get to the 30. Ball pops free, but they're going to say he was down. It was Jalen Moss on the tackle for Broken Arrow. Give him about 2 or 3, and it's going to be 4th and long. Plainsman with the ball at the 29, still needing to get all the way to the 37. Inside 5 minutes to go, second quarter now. Broken Arrow 35, Enid nothing. If you're just joining us, Noah Cortez is now the Broken Arrow school rushing record holder, beating Jamal Shaw's career record with an 80-yard touchdown run early in the first quarter. Plainsman back to punt, rolling left, is blocked by the Tigers, and they're going to score again. It's Zach Burkaselli, scoop and score, and the Tigers are pouring it on.
And I think the punter's down. Boy,
Evan Potter made the block. Zach Marcaselli scooped and scored, and the punter looks like he's in a little bit of pain.
You know, no one even, it didn't even look like they touched any of us. We just ran up there. Everybody had a chance to block that thing. Gavin just used his speed, and he was the first one there.
Zach Marcaselli, scoop and score touchdown for Broken Arrow to give the Tigers a 41-0 lead. Plainsmen have an injured punter down at the 20. Medical staff tending to him. Rather quiet here at Tiger Field.
Well, we've been talking about really increasing your turnover margin. You know, we've got 2 fumbles and 1 interception right now, and that's, you know, we've upped it 3 already from a +9. So that's very impressive.
Tyrone Hill, the injured punter, and he is walking gingerly off the field with his arms around an athletic trainer, and it looks like an Enid coach. So Tigers will try for an extra point, leading 41-0 with 4:30 to go, second quarter here in Broken Arrow.
I mean, what do you do? We've done a great job of holding things nice and simple, but you know, we're just playing very tough, very smart, very aggressive. And playing great football. We're really playing at the level we need to be playing right now going into the playoffs next week.
24 yards on the return for Zach Marcaselli. Tigers have 41 points and have run 16 plays on offense. That'll do.
Yes.
Skylar Seagraves ready for the extra point. Kaiser to hold. Snap good. Ball down. The kick from Seagraves. Up and good. 4:30 to go, first half. Broken Arrow leading 42-0. We'll keep it here during this timeout and remind you that this portion of Tiger football is brought to you by TTCU Federal Credit Union. TTCU honors a teacher of the game at each home game. Tonight's teacher of the game is Marla Watts. She was nominated by senior athletic training student Gracie Reddick. Marla Watts will get a $100 gift card courtesy of TTCU. Charlie Hannema and Steve Spavital with you here from Broken Arrow Memorial Stadium. Tigers well on the way to 10-0 on the season. Broken Arrow is 9-0 for the first time since 1945. That team went 9-0-1, tied Dewey in the second round of the playoffs, but was knocked off on a tiebreaker called penetrations.
Well, that's old school right there. That's when I first started. Penetrations.
Yep, 1954, Joe Robinson's team went 10-0-1, but they were not 10-0. They tied Nowata 7-7 in Week 7. That was the year that the OSSAA voted not to have playoffs because they thought there was too much football and too much pressure on winning. That lasted 1 year. Kickoff by the Tigers is fair caught by Enid at the 26-yard line. It was Blake Priest that hauled it in. Enid will start at its own 26, trailing 42-0.
Well, obviously the last few drives, you know, we've had, you think about their drives. They punted the first time, then they had a fumble, punt, interception, and block punt. You know, an interception for a touchdown and a block punt for a touchdown. Not very good offensive outing.
Maddox Mayberry takes the snap, fires, looking for Demeric, cut incomplete. Nice pressure by Tricky Stokes as he throws him to the turf. There's a flag on the play. It's right in the middle of the formation.
We're about to pick another one here because he's really forcing the ball.
On White, be 10 yards from the previous spot. Still first down.
Well, I'm telling you, they're not really wanting to throw the football right now. They can't run the football, and they surely don't want to punt the football. So they're kind of in a mess right here, Enid is.
First and 20 after the holding penalty from the 16. Give to Will Phillips up the middle. He's trying to fight to the 20 before he's grabbed by Campbell Yeager and brought back gain of 3. Phillips came into the game pretty much the bell cow for the Plainsmen. 184 carries, 932 yards, 8 touchdowns. For comparison, Cortez, you think we give him the ball a lot. He only had 169 carries coming into the night. So Will Phillips is pretty much it for the Enid offense. He's already at 16 carries in this one, but just 28 yards. Tiger defense doing a good job keeping him in check. 2nd and 17 coming here. Handoff up the middle of Phillips again. He gets to the 20.
He's a pretty good little running back, though. He's got some good wiggle. He's got some good decision-making ability, you know, and it's just I like watching him run. He's just, unfortunately, he doesn't have a good offensive line or anything that can really help him along the way.
D'Amico Rowland made the tackle for the Tigers. It's 3rd and long, 3rd and 16 with 3:20 to go first half. Broken Arrow 42, Enid nothing. Plainsman, surprisingly, 3 of 9 on 3rd down. Here's Mayberry under all sorts of pressure. Rolling to his left now, just throws it away out of bounds. Half the Tiger defensive line was in the backfield by the time Mayberry just had to let that thing fly. It'll be 4th and 16.
You know, it's interesting, their passing game. They put 3 to the field. They work over the boundary with the 1 receiver. You know, and he was covered. And, you know, they can't run the ball. We're not allowing them to because we're putting 2 people to their 3 over in the field, and then we just load the box to stop the run.
Non-roster punter number 35 takes the snap. It's a short, wobbly punt. Isaiah Keller hauls it in and is hit immediately at about the 42. So that time the punt was successful in that the Tigers didn't score. So it's 1st and 10 Broken Arrow at the Plainsman 42. 2:58 to go, 2nd quarter.
But what great field position. We're inside the 50. Well, they marked it at the 44 plus 44, so great field position. It's nice to get the offense back out there.
Quintevin Cherry, the quarterback for this Tiger drive. He takes the snap. This is a give to Kewan Tolbert. Tolbert stretching to the far side across the 40, across the 30. Tolbert with some speed, makes a man miss, gets inside the 20. Nice little cutback, good run for Kewan Tolbert on his first carry of the night.
Great job, great speed. Hit the edge very well.
26 yards and a First National Bank first down inside the red zone now at the 18. 2:45 to go before halftime. Broken Arrow leading 42-0.
I wonder if we're going to have a running clock the second half.
The talk during the week was not until the 4th quarter.
There you go, that's good. That allows us to get a lot more players in.
Quintevin Cherry still the quarterback. He takes the snap, now Cherry back to pass, firing over the middle. He was looking for Matt Kaiser and he threw it behind him, incomplete.
It looked like the Enid guy could have picked it off and just chose not to.
2nd and 10 coming from the 18. 2:19 to go before the half. Broken Arrow 42, Enid nothing. Tigers huddling up. Clock stops, so not in a hurry anyway, but Broken Arrow has been deliberate. Haven't seen the tempo much tonight, haven't needed to. Quintevin Cherry breaks the huddle. Alex Arroyo is the fullback in front of Cherry. Could see a quarterback power here, and that's what it was going to be, but a flag comes in before the snap.
Yeah, we were going to run that power, and it looked clean. They got too many people over here. The problem with that is we got 3 receivers that can to the field that can actually run routes and catch balls.
False start on the offense, still 2nd down.
So you have to honor those receivers, and then when you get down into the box, you got a quarterback runs the ball, and you're a man short now.
Second and 15 after the penalty, moves the ball back to the 23. Cherry keeps it himself on the quarterback option. He's still on his feet, 10, rumbling inside the 5 before he's brought down. Nice tackle by Tyrese Neal to save a touchdown. Gain of 20, though, and a First National Bank first down at the 3.
He wanted that one, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, he tried. He cut back, did a great run.
It was Hayden Priest also in there on the tackle for the Plainsmen. Cherry out, Robards in. 2 minutes to go, first half. First and goal from the 3. Broken Arrow leading 42-0. Robards under center. Takes the snap, gives to Kaiser Newell on senior night.
Atta baby.
No, it was 72, it was Rame. They went to the big fella. How about that?
God, that's awesome.
We knew that might have been coming. We didn't think it would come tonight. Here's the replay. Andrew Rame lined up as the fullback. He grabs the snap and he just barrels his way in for 6.
That's great. That is so great.
He looked a little big for Newell. You saw the 2 on the right number. It was 72.
No,
I
thought it was Newell too, because he's always been the fullback.
A 3-yard touchdown by Andrew Rame, the extra point from Seagraves, and it's 49-0. As Coach Wilkinson goes to the wizardry again on offense.
What a great, great play there. That is so fun watching that. And you know, Andrew, as big as he is, he's always had tremendous feet. The young man is an athlete. He's a great athlete, being offensive line. That's why he's recruited so heavily.
It's going to be a long night for the JROTC kids doing push-ups in the south end zone. There's 49 of them coming here.
I know, they're worn out already.
Holy smokes. You know, Coach Wilkinson talks about if you get tackled inside the 5, you don't get the score. Somebody else gets the score. I don't think that's an official rule, but he said that on multiple occasions.
Yeah,
so Cherry gets brought down to 3.
Exactly.
Cherry comes out. Here comes Rame for the touchdown.
I like it.
With 1:48 to go before the half, it's 49-0 Broken Arrow.
I like it. You know, we're hitting 100% in the red zone. Every time we're in the plus 40, we're scoring. That's just a tremendous stat.
Skylar Seagraves with a directional kick, angling toward the near side. Fair catch called for and made by the Plainsmen at about the 23. Tickets for next week's home playoff game will be on sale at the Broken Arrow Athletic Office Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week from 2 until 6. All tickets are $7, and OSSAA rules state everyone in the stadium needs a ticket, Broken Arrow season ticket holders included, but they can pick up their ticket stub that allows them access to their reserved seat. But season ticket holders, remember, you still need to buy that OSSAA playoff ticket to get into the stadium. We won't know a confirmed time or opponent until after tomorrow night's games, so stay tuned to BATigersports.com and our social media accounts. Maddox Mayberry leads the Plainsmen out here, takes the snap, hands off to Will Phillips. Phillips gets pretty much back to the line of scrimmage and forced out of bounds.
And that was just because of a good run, because they didn't block anybody right there.
The playoff scenario looks like this. Owasso is at Putnam City North tomorrow. Moore is at Mustang. If Owasso loses, the Rams finish 4th and will take on Broken Arrow right here next Friday. If Owasso wins and Moore loses, Moore will play Broken Arrow. And if Owasso and Moore both win, Owasso will come down to points. And if Owasso wins by 13, that guarantees that we play Moore. Otherwise, it could be Owasso or Moore. Quarterback keeper there by Mayberry on second down. It'll be 3rd and 7-ish. Another score to report. Jinx leads Westmore 21-3 in the second. Our score here is 49-zip. Minute 15 to go, first half. 3rd and 6, Enid. The Plainsmen with the clock running in no hurry. Mayberry takes the snap, gives to Phillips. Phillips, quick hitter, picks up a couple. Jalen Moss on the tackle, and it'll be 4th and about 5, maybe 4.
You know, our best ball games our best teams we faced all year, 2 of them were Union Jinx, obviously, and it looks like that's what we'll have in the semi and finals. So that will be nice to have teams of that caliber again.
Kind of be nice to have a game that matters.
I know, and that's
I mean,
that's
now this
kind of what I
does.
mean. That's
You
kind
know,
of what I
it's-
mean. Oh, it matters, but we're just so much better than them.
I counted on the other side. I counted visitors before kickoff, and I had 23.
Yeah, and
I think there's
about-
probably 40 now.
Timeout,
Maybe.
Enid. That's the first time out of the half.
Plainsmen run the play clock all the way down to 1 and call timeout with 16 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Broken Arrow 49, Enid nothing. Plainsmen have 4th and 5 coming up from the 29-yard line. Stay tuned at halftime. Ken Ellett will chat with Meg Warren, coach of the Tigers. They had a special visitor yesterday. Don't want to steal Ken's thunder. Maybe they'll get into that a little bit here at halftime.
Is she not the tiniest thing you've ever seen?
Put her next to that wide receiver, Demericut.
Well, did you see her? She sang the national anthem at the Thunder game. Did you see her next to that?
Boban? Yes.
Yeah. Man. And she has like 3-inch heels.
Here's the score.
And she didn't even hit his waist.
21.
I have a feeling that you might see us next to each other on a television near you. Give it about 21 days. I just have a feeling. 4th and 5 coming here for Enid out of the timeout. Broken Arrow 49, Plainsman zip.
So are you still going down to the Texas game?
No. Taking a nap tomorrow.
Okay.
Snap to the unnamed punter. Flag before that.
Well, we didn't rush the punt that time, so I think we're going to let them punt it.
What happened? Trayvon Client's back to return. No flag. They're just going to snap it again. Fair enough. A rugby punt by unnamed 35. We'll try and get his number at halftime. Trayvon Client fields it at his own 40. He's loose. Gets to the 45. Tough return there for about 5 yards. They'll mark him down at the 46. 5 seconds to go in the half. You assume Tigers will just kneel it.
Yeah. Well, they punted him the ball. I mean, that's just not really good football. When you're in the rugby, you don't want to kick it right to the returner. Kick it away from him and let the ball roll. And Client is a young man that can make some things happen when he touches that ball, as we've seen tonight.
Victory formation for the Tigers. They take a knee there, and so they'll go to the half. It's 49-0 Broken Arrow at the break. Ken Ellett halftime show coming up after this. You're listening to Tiger Football. Here's the scoring in the first half. All Broken Arrow, of course. First score came on the second drive. Noah Cortez, an 80-yard run. That was the record breaker. A one-play 80-yard drive made it 7-0. Tigers got the ball back. Tate Robards found Trayvon Client, a 23-yard strike to make it 14-0. That was another one-play drive after that fumble recovery. Then Kaiser Newell, a 9-yard touchdown on the bootleg from Tate Robards, made it 21-0. And then with 6 seconds to go in the first, Quintevin Cherry hit Trayvon Client, a 41-yard touchdown pass. Technically a one-play 30-yard drive with the penalty on the first play of the drive that also would have been a touchdown that was called back.
No.
So 28-0 after one. Second quarter, Tricky Stokes has the 100-yard interception return. That is a school record for longest scoring play. Zach Marcaselli then blocked a punt for a 24-yard touchdown, and Andrew Rame a 3-yard touchdown run to cap off the scoring. That was a 4-play, 44-yard drive, made it 49 rip. So the second quarter, the Tigers score 3 touchdowns, a 100-yard interception return, a punt block to the house, and the right tackle. So hey,
Correct.
Just
I
mix
mean,
it up a
that's
little
awesome. That's awesome. So they've had about 7 series, and a lot of them have been with turnovers. That ended up in turnovers. So obviously they haven't scored, but you're talking about they've punted twice, or punted 3 times, and they fumbled twice. They've had an interception and a punt block for touchdowns.
8 seconds to go in the halftime countdown of sorts. Tigers will kick it off to start the second half after they received to start the game. Charlie Hannema and Steve Spavital back with you here as we get ready for half number 2 of Broken Arrow and Enid. All sorts of fun coming your way here tonight as the Tigers go to 10-0 for the first time in school history.
You know, I've been really impressed with Client. He's really done a great job. You know, every week I see him, I see some great things from him, catching the ball underneath, catching the ball uncovered, and what he does after the catch is what's really been impressive for me.
Client in the first half. Nice start to his drive. 3 plays, 68 yards. 3 catches, 68 yards, 2 touchdowns. He came into the night, 10 catches, 161 yards, and 2 scores. So we're ready to get her going here in the third. Broken Arrow leading 49-0. Skylar Seagraves will kick this one off for BA. Usually a directional kick here. That's what he's lining up for as the Tigers continue to throw some more things on film as we get toward the playoffs.
I know. Well, here it is, 49-0 at half, and we've been in a third down attempt twice. I mean, we've only attempted third down twice.
Seagraves kicks it toward the far sideline. It's fielded at the 15-yard line, and Enid with a return across the 20. Trayvon Client there on the tackle. Looks like that was Demericut on the return. Broken Arrow will send the defense out there, and it appears at least some of the ones are out there. Looks like the entire starting defense is out there. There's Kaiser Newell, D'Amico, Collier's out there, Stokes. So haven't gone player by player, but for the most part, the ones are out there on defense as Enid starts at the 21-yard line. Maddox Mayberry takes the snap, hands off to Phillips. Campbell Yeager immediately forces him out of bounds, and they almost took out a spectator on the far side. Hello.
I mean, they're running that in the boundary, and I mean, we met that for a 5-yard loss. That was incredible.
Just some speed there by the Tiger defense. Campbell Yeager, first man in. Nice job on the tackle for a loss. He came into the game with 8 TFLs on the year.
And we do such a great job on the edges, you know, to the field. You know, you have Potter that really sets the edge, and in the boundary, you know, you have Marcuselli.
Loss of 4 on the play, 2nd and 14. All sorts of commotion. Handoff to Phillips, and Kaiser Newell tried to rip that ball out. They're trying to say that he had it. William Shepard says he was down.
Wow. I mean, he was mad at the handoff. I mean, that was quite, that was tough.
It's got to be tough.
It's going to be really tough when you snap the ball and you're handing off, and we're meeting them at the handoff point.
3rd and 15 from the 16-yard line, 11:02 to go, third quarter. Mayberry takes the snap, play fake. Holy cow, is he under pressure? Floats it up. It's intercepted by Campbell Yeager, and he's going to score. Yeager picks it off and takes it to the house.
Boy, did we put pressure. You know, and, hey, and tomorrow is Yeager's birthday. What a great birthday present.
The Tigers brought pressure. Maddox Mayberry rolled to his right, threw it up a prayer, and Campbell Yeager was right there to pick it and take it to the house. 55-0 BA. Linebacker coach Brad Higgins picked up Yeager on the sideline. Gave him a little congratulations hug there. Skylar Seagraves on for the extra point. Snap spot, up and good. 10:51 to go in the third. Broken Arrow leads 56-0. Back after this. Welcome back to Broken Arrow. This portion of Tiger football brought to you by the Arrow Group, sound strategies for risk management. A 15-yard interception return by Campbell Yeager puts the Tigers up 56-0 with 10:51 to go in the third quarter. Skylar Seagraves will kick it off again for Broken Arrow. Tigers going south to north, right to left here in this third quarter. Directional kick, angles to the near side, 20, caught by Demericut right at the numbers. He gets low, makes a couple men miss. A nice return here across the 30, got across the 35 before he's finally forced out of bounds by, I think that was Keon Barnett.
The kid's got some wiggle.
Yeah, and it was almost like he went turtle mode and just kind of ducked out behind some blockers and hung out for a
It's
little
hard
while.
to find him because he's only 5'3".
1st and 10, Enid at the 37-yard line. Looks like the starters are done for the Broken Arrow defense. Wholesale changes on the defensive line. Maddox Mayberry is still the quarterback for the Plainsmen. Enid does not have much depth. Enid, the smallest enrollment in 6A1 and one of the smaller rosters. Handoff up the middle to Will Phillips, and that one will be hit right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Well, the whole thing is they can't throw the football. So they're spreading the formation out, but we're not honoring it. We're keeping everybody in the box because we know you're not going to throw the football. So you can't run the football with that many people that we have in the box.
Parker Darnell on that tackle for the Tigers. Here it comes on 2nd and 10. Maddox Mayberry's passes off the receiver's hands and falls incomplete. They were looking for a demerit cut. Nice coverage by the Tigers.
But that's what they have to do. I mean, we had 7 in the box in a 2-by-2 formation. So we outnumber you. We outnumber you, and you're not going to run the football on us. And so you have to throw the ball like that.
3rd and 10 coming here for Enid. Line of scrimmage is the Plainsmen 37. Enid trailing Broken Arrow 56-0. Mayberry's pass has a man. Bobbled and knocked away. They were looking for Darren Keith. Credit the breakup to Marshawn Johnson.
Yeah, they're just trying to take a chance, throw the ball deep, threw it in the double coverage. Great defensive play by us, and just not a really sound football by Enid.
Tigers send Zach Hauk back deep to return. He's standing at now he's moving back, calling for a fair catch about the 30. He hauls it in, and he's hit. That's frowned upon. Penalty flag comes in. 2 Plainsmen hit him, Priest and Neal. He clearly called for the fair catch and made it, so they've got the ball placed at the 29. He'll tack 15 onto that.
There you go. I wasn't sure if they saw it or not. I mean, that was an obvious signal.
Here's the call.
After the play was over, we have a personal foul, tackling the man who had signaled a fair catch.
So knock 15 yards on that one, and the Tigers will start at their own 44-yard line. We'll see what changes Broken Arrow makes on offense. Tate Robard still in at quarterback. New tailback, though. Pass caught by Matt Kaiser, near side left. Kaiser gets a couple blocks and forced out of bounds just on the Enid side of the 50-yard line.
You know, I'm a big believer in throwing the ball on the perimeter like we just did, because you think about it, we just picked up 7 yards and you just threw the ball. That's like a run. But you're spreading the field, and you've got to have them honor your receivers, and that opens up our running game.
2nd and 3 at the Enid 49. Now whistle before the snap and a timeout. William Shepard's crew has stopped the clock. They have those walkie-talkie headsets on, so they don't need to huddle. You can tell they're talking amongst themselves.
So we're moving the kid from the game.
Must have been a equipment problem or something. The
Yeah.
Tigers run another receiver on there. Here's the 2nd down play. Give to Jalen Johnson. He's got a seam. Wow, look at him go. 30, 20. He might score. Turning on the Jetson. He's in. Touchdown, Broken Arrow. 49-yard touchdown. I think that might have been Blake Sorgel.
I just love to see that. I just love to see other kids do well.
Fair enough. I thought he had 34 Johnson on my chart. Well, that could have been Marion Horn, the freshman. We had him on the roster as 28, so we've reached that kind of bingo portion of the program. But Either way, a touchdown for Broken Arrow. A heck of a 49-yard run by one of the youngsters. Seagraves on for the extra point. And it's 63-0 Broken Arrow.
Boy, this is going to be, they're going to really need to run the clock. I hate to say that because this is really getting out of hand right now, and you got 9 minutes left still in the third quarter.
That was Marion Horn, the freshman we talked about, wondering if we'd see him with the ball on the touchdown. We had him on the roster at 28, so we'll get the old Sharpie out here, cross that out, put a 3 and a 4. 5'11", 145-pound freshman. We've been hearing good things about him. And the ninth grader snaps off a 49-yard touchdown.
What a great run.
He had some speed.
But, he saw the hole. He saw the clear, and he took off and really accelerated in the hole.
School record for most points in the game for Broken Arrow is 70. There's 21 minutes left in this game, and Broken Arrow has 63. Not saying, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Skylar Seagraves kicks it away, near side left, hauled in at the 20 by Ryman. He's still on his feet at the 30 before he's brought down out of bounds. That was Jalen Johnson on the tackle. 12-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Enid from the 32-yard line.
Now it looks like we're bringing in some other players now.
They're running the clock here, 8:40 to go, third quarter. Handoff up the middle, that's Will Phillips. Drake Casey made that tackle for Broken Arrow.
It's just the point. We're still loading the box on them.
You have to.
Yeah, and what we're doing, because they can't throw the football, they're not throwing it. So like we're saying, we're not honoring it. We're just crowding the box, and it's just very difficult for Enid to run the football right now.
2nd and 6. Maddox Mayberry takes the snap, hands to Will Phillips, stretching it right. Phillips has a seam, bursts across the 45. Out of bounds at about the 46. Garrett Hinesley on the tackle for Broken Arrow. First down, Plainsman. That's their 7th of the game.
That was a nice run.
This portion of Tiger Football brought to you by St. John Broken Arrow and Tulsa Bone and Joint, the official healthcare providers of Broken Arrow Public Schools. 1st and 10 Enid at its own 46. Mayberry's pass almost intercepted. They did. It's picked by Jalen Johnson, his 2nd of the season.
Jalen Johnson making the interception.
Intercepted by Jalen Johnson.
Oh my gosh.
He had that pick in the Union game in the end zone that helped turn the momentum, and this one, I don't know if it turned the momentum, but it still counts as interception number 2 for Jalen Johnson.
Boy, when I talk about really increasing the turnover margin, we have really done that. Of course, we were a really impressive +9 to begin with.
Jake Raines in at quarterback for Broken Arrow as the Tigers start at their own 48-yard line. Raines bootleg rolling, fires off the hands of Dax Wilson and incomplete.
Running the boot. I love running the boot. He always runs it timely. That was, that was a first down play on the boot, and that was really impressive.
Dropping stuff all over the booth here. Trying to contain myself at 63-0 Broken Arrow. Keon Barnett in at tailback for the Tigers behind Raines. They give it to Barnett. Wow, he's got a hole. Barnett, 40. He could go. Look at the grass in front of him. 10-5. House. Keon Barnett, a 52-yard touchdown.
Oh my God, run the power play. He did an impressive job cutting that power back. He cut it back
there. He
underneath.
bounced it outside.
Wow.
Hello.
What a great job cutting that power back and hitting the sideline with it.
Skylar Seagraves is an extra point away from tying the school record for most points in a game.
I think that was my game, wasn't it?
There's been a few. New holder, that extra point is incomplete. So the extra point streak comes to an end. A little bit of a rough hold, but Spav, there have been 3 other times Broken Arrow has scored 70 points in a game, so we'll have to wait. Tigers stuck at 69. Your 2010 team did it against Muskogee. Tigers also did it in 13 against Edison and in 15 against Norman.
What about 11? Nothing in 11?
In 11, 65 twice, Permian and Putnam City West.
Okay, yeah.
The Norman game in 2015 was 70-0. The Muskogee game in 10 was 70-13, and the Edison game in 13 was 70-21. So as it stands right now, this is the second widest margin of victory for the Tigers, leading 69-0 with 7:11 to go here in the third quarter.
You know, and I'm in our defense, we have a lot of other bodies in the game right now. We're not playing our starters, but you can't tell them not to score. I mean, we're not putting the ball in the air. We're trying to run some boots. That's play action. And then you run the power, a simple power play. You got to be able to stop that as the defense.
Kickoff is on the way, and Ryman spinning all over the place inside the 30 before he's brought down. We've told you Enid doesn't have a whole lot of depth, so as the Tigers sub out, it's not necessarily that Enid wants to leave the starters in on purpose, it's that they just don't have a whole lot of bodies. You look over there on the sideline as they trade the kickoff team with the offense, and there's just not a whole lot of folks over there.
No, they're just ready to get this thing over with. Get on the bus, get something to eat.
Maddox Mayberry, the Enid quarterback, back for more with Will Phillips, the tailback. They give it to Phillips. He stretches it to the right side, bounces to the sideline, and he'll pick up about 3 on first down.
And he picked that up just being a great runner. Now we did a good job extending that to the sideline.
4-yard gain on that one will be 2nd and 6. 69-0 Broken Arrow, our score here in the third. 6:42 to go, third quarter. Enid with the ball at its own 32. Handoff up the middle to Will Phillips. Phillips close to the line to gain. They're going to be just short. It's going to be 3rd and about 1. 6.5 to go here in the third. Zeno Marcaselli made that tackle for Broken Arrow.
I think Zeno's going to be a good player. He's young. He's going to be just like his brother.
3rd and 1 coming here from the 37. Mayberry takes the snap, gives to Phillips, hit in the backfield, and brought down. Ryan Barwig, the first man in there. Nice job on the tackle for loss there. 46 also in there. Fumbling through the roster I dropped a minute ago. Stand by. Curtis Colon Estrada also in on the tackle there. 4th and 2 coming. Plainsman going for it. Handoff to Phillips. He's got a seam. He's across the 50. He's got the first down and more before he's brought down by Ty Roselle and Johnson. First down, Plainsman. They'll mark it down at the Broken Arrow 47.
He just squeezed through there and made a nice play, running a little zone play, found the opening, and accelerated through it. It was defended pretty well.
18 yards on the carry by Will Phillips into Broken Arrow territory, 1st and 10. Here's the give to Phillips again. They'll just keep feeding the beast. He gets down to the 45. Dive right up the middle. Joseph Day was in there. So is Barwick.
Yeah, they're wanting to keep the ball on the ground.
Second and 8.
Clock a little bit.
Yeah, Plainsman in no hurry.
No, they're going to bring it down to single digits on the play clock.
Here's the snap to Mayberry. Give right. This is Will Phillips with a burst of speed here across the 40. Forced out of bounds at the 36, but they're going to keep this clock running. First down, Plainsman at the Broken Arrow 36.
So this will be the second time that Enid has been into the red zone. When I consider red zone, that's the plus 40 in. So this will be the second time in this game. Last time they got in there, they threw a 100-yard interception return.
Handoff up the middle to Will Phillips again, and that time he's met by Kane Hadaway, Drake Casey, and looks like Hinesley was in there too. Give him 2 there, and it's 2nd and 8. If you're just joining us, boy, have you missed a lot. 69-0 Broken Arrow, 3:20 to go. Noah Cortez, 3:20 to go in the third, I should say. Noah Cortez is the Broken Arrow school rushing record holder with 3,925 yards in his career now. He has 109 tonight. This play, a handoff to Will Phillips, his 32nd carry of the game for Enid. He's going to be sore tomorrow. He picks up about 7. But it's 69-0 Broken Arrow with 3 minutes to go here in the third.
Well, it just shows you how we're not honoring the pass. They ran two receivers in the boundary, and we only lined up on one of them. We kept the safety geared for the run.
Plainsman with 2 receivers left, 2 right. Maddox Mayberry, the young sophomore, as the left tackle almost fell over, looking back to the sideline to catch the signals. Quarterback propped him up. We're good. Here's the snap. Give to Will Phillips. Tigers stringing it out, and that's going to be a loss on the play. I think that was Hinesley, first man in there. 48, Garrett Hinesley. Nice play there to force him out of bounds. Drake Casey was in there with support too, but nice job by the Tigers to force a 4th and long.
It's amazing they went into the boundary on that, and we just chased it right to the sideline, and you get lost yardage.
Loss of 3 on the play. It'll be 4th and 4 from the Broken Arrow 30. 1:45 to go here in the third. Broken Arrow leading 69-0.
This is what we're talking about, how these younger kids are playing great defense right now. They're playing with a varsity offense, but what they're doing is they're seeing different types of situations. You had a 3rd and short, you had 3rd and long previously. They're in the red zone. Things are opening up. They have their whole playbook ahead of them, running into the boundary, into the field, showing some different looks, and so this is really a good thing for our young defensive players to experience with.
Enid ran the play clock down to 1, called timeout to think about what they're going to do here on 4th and 4. It'll be 4th and 4 from the 30-yard line, trailing the Broken Arrow Tigers 69-0. Jinx leads Westmore 28-17 in the third. The Broken Arrow playoff opponent will either be Owasso or Moore. Again, that depends on how the games go tomorrow night. Owasso at Putnam City North, Moore at Mustang. If Owasso loses, Putnam City North did beat Moore, and Moore beat Owasso last week. So if Owasso loses, they're the 4th seed, and it's Broken Arrow against Owasso here at Tiger Field 1 week from tomorrow. If Owasso wins and Moore loses, we'll play Moore. If they both win, it comes down to the points. But either way, it will be Owasso or Moore 1 week from tomorrow here at Tiger Field. Back live, it's 4th and 4 for Enid. 1:27 to go in the third. Ball at the Broken Arrow 30-yard line. Maddox Mayberry takes the snap, back to pass, now steps up, quarterback draw, and he is not going to get anywhere. Nice job by the Tigers. Drake Casey sat back there in the spy and hauls him down, so the Tigers force a turnover on downs, and Broken Arrow will start at its own 30, leading 69-0.
He just didn't have time. He had to run with the ball. Their routes were too slow in this situation. When you're 4 yards, you got to get the quick game out really fast.
Julian Mosley, your tailback for this drive. Jake Rains, the 5'10 sophomore, the quarterback. Handoff to Mosley here on first down. He's got nice blocking, but he's going to be tripped up there by Demericut after a gain of about 3.
I just have a feeling we're going to break that 70 point.
Julian Mosley carrying the ball.
The school record for points in a game is 70. We told you about it last drive. 3 times it's happened, all of them since 2010. 69-0 our score here. Second down, 7. Rains takes the snap, gives it to Mosley. Mosley rumbling for a First National Bank first down across the 40. Give him 9 yards. They'll mark him down to the 42. 20 seconds to go in the third. This is probably going to be the last play of the third quarter. Jake Rains calls his Tigers over to the sideline, so that's how the third quarter ends. Broken Arrow 69, Enid nothing. Fourth quarter coming up. This is Broken Arrow football. 12 minutes to go here from the woodshed. Broken Arrow 69, Enid nothing. Tigers with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Charlie Hanneman and Steve Spavital back with you on 97.1 FM, the Sports Animal. This portion of Tiger football brought to you by First National Bank of Broken Arrow, reminding you, First National people put people first. Jake Rains is the quarterback. Julian Mosley, the tailback for the Tigers. Hand off to Mosley. He goes straight ahead on first down, give him about 2 yards. Second and 8 coming here. Jake Rains runs to the sideline, gets the play, comes back. Rains is 0 for 1 passing tonight. He went for that bootleg that Dax Wilson threw it just a little bit high, but he's seen plenty of action for the Tigers in mop-up time this year. Rains takes a snap, hands it off to Mosley. Mosley countering back to the right side, gets across the 50 to the 49. Demericut on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and looks like 1.
Yeah, run a little unbalanced line there and just trying to get the thing on the perimeter. Nice play call. Nice job by Coach Wilkinson there.
High formation for the Tigers. Alex Arroyo and the freshman Marion Horn. They give it to Horn. Look at the freshman go. It's Marion Horn. He's loose. 20, 15, 10, 5, house. Touchdown, Broken Arrow. Marion Horn gives the Tigers 75 and a school record.
That kid is going to be great. I mean, he can see the opening so fast and accelerate. You know, we know he has the speed, but gosh, you're not supposed to see that stuff that young.
A 49-yard touchdown for Marion Horn. 2 carries, 2 touchdowns, each 49 yards. Welcome to Broken Arrow, young fella. Extra point up and good at 76-0 Broken Arrow. 10:34 to go here in the 4th.
Well, I tell you, if we don't run the clock, we're going to hit the 80 point.
They've been running it, except on the changes of possession. And we watch the JROTC kids. Oh boy, good luck getting to 76. Here we go. They're tougher than we are, but
I know.
Some of them are even clapping. Wow. That didn't look like 76. We must just be doing
Going
7
by
at a
tens.
time.
They're having fun with it.
Christmas theme for the jungle. It's Christmas season now, Spav. November
I know,
1st.
isn't it awesome?
Guy in my neighborhood put his lights up about 2 weeks ago.
I know, you were telling me
A
that.
little early.
That's crazy.
Hey, we're all friends here.
I know.
Tyler Seagrave taking off.
Another season of the Spotlight Series is getting ready to kick off at the Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center as the PAC celebrates its 10th anniversary. Season tickets still on sale. You can read more at brokenarrowpac.com. $76-0, our score here in the fourth. Marion Horn, this young freshman,
Gosh, I'm telling you
2
what.
touchdown runs, each
But
49
just
yards.
great runs, too.
Directional kick from Seagraves. Fair catch called for and made by Blake Priest. Plainsman offense will come back out and start at its own 25-yard line. Nope, 26. You listen to the pride of Broken Arrow in the background there. Don't forget, make plans to join us Monday night as the Pride performs this 2018 show titled The United States of America. It's your last chance to see the show in Oklahoma before the Pride heads off to Grand Nationals in Indianapolis next weekend. Gates open at 8:30. The show starts at 9. Admission is a donation of a canned food item that will go to Broken Arrow neighbors. Arrowvision is making the trip to Indianapolis this year, so stay tuned for all sorts of great content from Grand Nationals. First down for Enid is a handoff to Will Phillips. Kane Hadaway makes the tackle for the Tigers as Phillips picks up about 2.
Good pursuit, too. Good pursuit into the boundary to make that tackle. That's one thing that Coach Hill does is his team can pursue the football very well, and that's the signature of your coach.
Phillips has 34 carries in the game. The Tigers have only run 30 plays.
Yeah, and it's 76-0.
2nd and 8. Give to Will Phillips. This time they go right, stretching it to the sideline. Tigers have it contained. He'll pick up maybe a yard or 2, but Jalen Johnson, one of the men in there with contained, to force him out of bounds as they just keep this clock running, 9:02 and counting.
Just a great job running it to the sideline. Very good defense. Very good defense with these young bodies.
Yeah, Broken Arrow leading Enid 76-0. 8:50 to go in the fourth. It's already a school record for the most points in a game with 76. If the shutout holds, it would also be the largest margin of victory. 3rd and 6. Handoff to Will Phillips. Straight ahead.
Phillips carrying again.
Short of the line to gain, it'll be 4th and 1.
Yeah, I think these officials are wanting to get the game over with, too. I mean, they could have called a procedure penalty on Enid, but they decided not to, and I agree with them.
Will Phillips, 36 carries for 91 yards tonight. Plainsmen have run 60 plays, giving it to him more than half the time. Here we go, 4th and 1. It's Phillips again. He's got enough for the first down.
Will Phillips carrying.
And now they're having to help him up. That guy's got to be just
No,
exhausted.
I know. He's going to be sore in the morning.
Because it's one thing to carry the ball that many times, and most of those came in the first half against that Broken Arrow starting defense, and those fellas can bring it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And, you know, he did a fine job running against him. He's not making a lot of yardage. That's not what I'm saying. But he's seeing the opening, and he's got a little swagger to him.
yeah, he knows where to go. It's just that the
Exactly.
openings are closing before he can get
Very
through 'em.
quickly,
Yeah.
very quickly, just like that, very quickly.
Handoff to Phillips again there. Give him about 2 or 3 yards up to the 40 4 maybe. Let's give them 4 between friends. That's, well, it's 3. 4-yard gain there to the 44. 7 minutes to go now. Broken Arrow leading 76-0.
Well, what I like seeing there when we're trying to tackle, we're swarming it really well, but you're seeing players trying to strip the football, and that's just trying to create more turnovers.
That's one thing this Broken Arrow defense sure does well is fly to the football.
Oh, they do.
Starters, 2s, 3s, no matter what level of youngsters in there, they're all playing the same way. Here's the handoff to Will Phillips. Pressure in the backfield, and that one's going to be brought down for a loss. I think that was Brandon Barwig with the tackle there. His brother Ryan also out there too. And now the Plainsmen have a guy shaken up. Is that Phillips, the tailback?
I think so,
It
yeah.
has to be. He's on his right side.
He's just
Umpire-
taking a beating.
Yeah,
tonight.
Brandon Parker is trying to help him out there as the athletic training staff comes out. He might just be plumb worn out.
Yeah.
I mean, that was carry number 39.
Yeah, that kid's a stud to be able to do that.
Will Phillips,
You know, against a team like us where we have a dominating defensive line, a dominating defense period, and to do what he's done has been pretty amazing.
Will Phillips will head off the field. 39 carries, 101 yards so far. He came into the game with 184 yards for 932, so he's over 1,000 yards for the season, which is nothing to sneeze at.
Mm-hmm.
And how about this, Spav? 223 carries.
I know.
I mean, holy
It's
cow.
unbelievable.
This is only game 10.
I know.
There are NFL backs that don't get 223 carries in 16 games. Clock back running. 6 minutes to go here in the game. 3rd and 7, Plainsman. Maddox Mayberry, bootleg right, pass tipped and knocked down. Parker Darnell got a hand on that one, batted it down to the turf. So it'll be 4th and 7. Clock still running, 5:50 to go. Broken Arrow leading Enid 76-0.
Running bootleg to his left. And, you know, he had to sidearm it, and that was tough to do when you're running left, sidearm it. I thought he was going to take Darnell's head off.
Looks like the Plainsman will punt.
brings up 4th down.
Zach Hauk goes out to return this one.
I think they
They're
need,
trying to say, hey,
they need a guard
we
and
need
a tackle
and a punter.
and a punter.
Somebody do it. All right, we got a personal protector. We don't have a punter. Some of the linemen are looking over the sideline going, hey, guys, there's a punter over there on the far side that was
That's the second timeout of the
warming
half.
up, taking
Yeah,
snaps.
they didn't want to be out there. So,
Oh, you needed me? Oh,
so we needed a guard, a tackle, a personal protector, and more importantly, a punter.
7 out of 11 ain't bad. So timeout Enid. 5:14 to go in the game. Broken Arrow leading Enid 76-0. 49 points in the first half. The second half looks like this. Campbell Yeager, a 15-yard interception return for a touchdown. Marion Horn, a 49-yard run. That made it 63-0. Then Keon Barnett snapped off a 52-yard run to make it 69-0. And then it was Marion Horn again, a 49-yard touchdown run to make it 76-0. 4th and 7 for the Plainsmen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got everybody now. Plainsman ready to punt. Zach Hauk back to return for the Tigers. He's at his 33, we'll call it. High snap. Holy smokes. Jumps up and one-handed catch, and that punt is away, and Hauk is just going to get away and watch this one roll. It rolls out past the 20 to the 15.
Wow, that could have been a disaster for them.
Nice job by 35, the punter, who we still have no idea who he is because he's not on the roster, but he had some ups.
I know, I had to.
Go Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the bit and haul that in with his
With
right
that
hand.
one hand, yeah.
Because that snap almost rolled into the end zone. There were about 4 Tigers that
I
would have
know,
taken
I
that
do.
to the house.
I could just see all the bad things happening to him if they snapped it over his head. We would definitely hit 80 then.
Seth Dodd, the quarterback, on 1st and 10 for Broken Arrow, fires a pass complete, far side left. That was Hauk on the catch. Give him 6 to the 20.
Yeah, if you're not going to cover number 2, you might as well throw to him.
Second and 4 from the 20. 76-0 Broken Arrow. 4:20 to go. Here, 4th quarter. Tate Robards went 7 of 9, 67 yards passing for 2 touchdowns on his senior night. With Cherry 1 of 3, but the one was a great one, a 41-yard touchdown to Pliant. Cherry also had a carry for 20 yards. Here we go on 2nd down. Tigers hand it off up the middle. And this one is for big yards. I think that was Hauk.
That was power wide open.
That was Lance Young, the other 22. We've got too many 22s out there. That's Lance Young. He's the 22 not wearing sleeves if you're scoring at home. Give him 25 yards and a First National Bank first down. It's 1st and 10 BA at the Enid 45-yard line.
Just running power, and it's just wide open. Golly, you can't get an even larger hole than that.
3.5 to go in the game. Broken Arrow 76, Enid nothing. Seth Dodd takes the snap. Fullback dive. Alex Arroyo, he rumbles for 4. Linebacker Hayden Priest tackles him and flips him over, but Arroyo picks up 4 straight ahead. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 49.
Now we're getting a lot of players in now. He's really trying to control the score now by getting a fullback dive in the middle of the field.
Here comes the freshman again, Marion Horn. He's the tailback. They give it to him. Nice little stutter step there, and this time Enid tackles him. First career carry, he's been tackled.
I know. Yeah, that's true. He saw the cutback, though.
Yep.
So I've been really impressed with him seeing where he needs to run. He's got good vision.
He gets across midfield to the Enid 48. It'll be 3rd down 3. 2:30 to go, 4th quarter. Broken Arrow 76, Enid nothing. Quarterback shuffle. Jay Porter now in at quarterback for the Tigers, the sophomore. Jalen Johnson, the tailback behind him. Porter takes the snap, hands off to Johnson. Johnson with room. Look at the cutback there. Nice little spin. He was 1 move away from breaking it.
I know. He about
Across
had that
the 35 to the Enid 34. 2:03 to go. Broken Arrow still leading 76-0.
We're putting a lot of players in the game right now. This is pretty cool. Putting a lot of players in the game. Let's see.
All Skip Hyde and Stat Crew trying to keep up with all that.
I know, that's tough to do.
We're making Skipper earn his money tonight. There's Jay Porter, still the quarterback for the Tigers. I formation behind him. He takes the snap, hands off to Julian Mosley. Mosley has a seam. He's stretching on the outside 20. Brought down just at the 10. Touchdown saving tackle by Hayden Priest.
Now you can just down the ball if we need to.
First National Bank, first down to the 11. 1:15 to go. Tigers leading 76-0, and as you mentioned, Spab, with them moving the chains, you would assume that that's probably it.
Yeah, I think so. I would down the ball here.
That's it. Yeah, Mosley looked at the clock and he wanted to score. He just realized that it's not going to happen. Inside a minute to go.
Yeah.
Play clock down to 10. Jay Porter will kneel this one for Broken Arrow on senior night. Everybody's set. Porter takes the snap. Now downs it. We'll see when they start the play clock. We're at 40 right now. Just depends when William Shepard blows this one in, if they're going to have to snap it again or not.
I think they're waiting for the 25 point. Or
There it
did he
was.
blow
They
it?
just
No,
said
he
it.
just
So
blew
one
it.
more kneel, and we'll be done here. A record-setting performance by the Broken Arrow Tigers on senior night. Jay Porter takes the snap, takes a knee, and that's it.
10-0.
The Tigers are 10-0 and district champions. What a way to cap off the regular season. A 76-0 win over Enid. We'll take a timeout. Post-game show after this. You're listening to Broken Arrow Football. Welcome back to the Woodshed, where the Broken Arrow Tigers are 10-0 with a 76-0 win over the Enid Plainsmen. Charlie Hanneman and Steve Spavital with you to wrap this baby up. Broken Arrow all over Enid tonight. The Tigers with 505 total yards to Enid's 191. That's 505 yards, Spav, on just 38 plays.
Yeah, we only had 4 third-down attempts. I mean, that's what's incredible. Only 4 third-down attempts, and you score that many points. But more importantly, defensively, the number of fumbles that we had, the interceptions. We had 2 interceptions for touchdowns. We had a punt block. Special teams were just really clicking tonight. Just everything was clicking. Offense was doing such a tremendous job. 505 yards of total offense. And then defensively, 0 points. But there again, just holding them to like 120 or 100. How many yards did they get?
191 yards.
191 yards.
3 of 17 on third downs.
Yeah, I mean, just incredible on defense what we have done. But what's more important is what our younger kids did when they went out there. They played great defense, and they played great offense there. And you got to highlight that little freshman tailback. Oh my gosh, he's going to be a good one.
Marion Horn, 3 carries, 101 yards. 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. Both of them 49 yards, and he also had another carry for a couple. So Marion Horn, an incredible game as his freshman debut. Broken Arrow outscores opponents in district play, Spav, 383-40.
I know. Isn't that unbelievable? Just unbelievable. But I tell you what we've been doing here along this final stretch here, going into the playoffs, is our first down efficiency has been really, really incredible. And I think that's what helps us along the way is for our third down conversions, which is so high percentage-wise, because we're like in the 50s or what is it, 50-something percent?
59, 53 of 90 coming into tonight.
Yeah, I mean, incredible third down conversion. So that really makes it nice, and that's all geared to the fact that we have a tremendous first down efficiency.
Noah Cortez, the leading rusher in Broken Arrow school history. He's now at 3,925 yards for his career. 6 carries, 109 yards tonight, and that 80-yard touchdown that helped him break Jamal Shaw's record. A very complete performance for the Broken Arrow Tigers. 76-0 our final. We'll have playoff football action coming for you next Friday on the Animal. It'll be Broken Arrow against Owasso or more, depending on how things shake out tomorrow night. For Steve Spavital, I'm Charlie Hanema saying good night from Broken Arrow, where the Tigers are 10-0.